Welcome back to Hansberry Honeybees. It is April 6th. Right now it's about 9:30 in the morning and another day of rain. But the good news is I believe it's just rain and no frog stranglers or tornadoes or anything. We had a tornado touch down probably 6 miles from us. Another one, well, they didn't confirm it was a tornado, but maybe a half mile away from us, they've had single wide trailers that were just for storage get blown down a big hill. So 4x4 snapped off on like I'm gonna call it a greenhouse. So I don't know if it was a tornado or not, but high winds. So this morning I'm in the honey house again, and I'm just piddling around. So I'd like to talk to you about this product here, which is the Lyson automatic bottler. Can't say enough good things about this unit. Definitely worth the money. So just a couple things about it. The first 2 or 3 years in beekeeping, we didn't have one. We used the old 5-gallon bucket. Where is it at? Right there. And let me tell you, I got so tired of it, trying to get the bottles just right. You see that metal thumb screw? They come with plastic. And guess what? In the middle of the night with a full 5-gallon bucket, those threads can shear off and you can lose 5 gallons of honey in your hunting room floor and underneath a big, I don't know what it was, a 6x8 throw rug. The throw rug had to get thrown in the trash. Well, I did let the bees kind of clean it off. And there I had 5 gallons of honey that I had to feed back to the bees because obviously I couldn't sell it. That's when I decided I'm not using 5-gallon buckets anymore. Now you see, I kind of was. I had about 10 frames that I just extracted. So I put it in a 5-gallon bucket overnight. But what I usually do is I put it in my uncapping station. So that's what I do, just to be sure. So the first year I used this, I saved around $648. And you ask why? Well, it's because I was overfilling the bottles. We do weigh every single jar. We fill them up, we weigh them to make sure you're getting exactly or a little more than what it's labeled for. Now, a couple things, because it was brought to my attention. Somebody told me that it didn't read properly all the time, and it was basically human error. So right now, obviously it's not hooked up, but usually we have the automatic bottler hooked up to the Dant unheated tank first. That way we bottle it before it crystallizes. So I can tell you right now, off my cheat sheet, grams to ounces, it might not be exactly right as far as what the internet says, but it's around 480 grams. Now, we'll just say we'll base everything off ambient temperature. So the hose that connects from here to the tank, it's all at ambient temperature. So once you get it dialed in perfectly, the bottles are going to be within, I think it's a 3-gram variance. It's pretty close. And you're good to go. I have mine set on about 50% speed, and there's no way you're going to keep up. There's no reason to set it any higher. By the time I reach in and get a bottle, we'll just say I start it. By the time I reach down and get another bottle and lid, it's waiting for me. I put the lid on. Well, actually, I put another bottle on it. I push the start button. I put the lid on, and it's waiting on me. It's that fast. It does have a couple features. So this is, you can deploy this, and it will automatically fill the bottle up. Or you can use the foot pedal over here. I opt to use the foot pedal, but I don't use my foot. I actually keep it on the table because I don't want to get up and accidentally hit the foot pedal and then you have honey on the table. Ask me how I know. You also can completely remove this. Like if I'm filling up 2-pound bottles, it kind of is in the way, so you can take it completely off. Yeah, that's about it on that. Now, if there is something I wish Lyson would improve on this machine, it would be how you get the height set up for the bottler. So what I'll show you here is that you have 4, I know they're not thumb screws, but 4 inserts here. And whenever you get your bottle, you have to just loosen these up, raise it up, put your bottle underneath there, and adjust it. Now, you can put a bottle and a lid on this, so it gives you that little bit extra height, and it will set it almost perfect. By the time you take your lid off, you know, you're going to gain a little daylight, so it will be right most of the time. But as a carpenter, what I don't like is when you stand back and you see these stems are different height. Yes, it annoys me. Does it matter? Absolutely not, but it does. So what I decided to do, and I'll just wheel this around again. I decided to, let's see here, you probably can't even see them. Let me raise this up and I'll show you how it kind of, because when you loosen these all up, the front gets top heavy, so it doesn't really slide like you're on rails. So I just kind of randomly lifted it up. As you see, as a carpenter, look this way, I'll get more of an accurate measurement. You have a 1/2 inch. You have 3/4. That annoys us. So what I did was I got the empty bottles and took the lids off, and I just drilled some holes through this stainless steel, well, I guess it's tubing. And right now I'm just using a double head, I guess that's an 8-penny nail. So I can put it in this hole here. I drilled them tight because I don't want the nail to actually, if you drill the hole too big, well then the nail isn't going to be level. It's going to be going potentially downhill because the nail will have slop in it. So now I'll just take these screws loose. It's resting on my nails. Let me get this 2-pound bottle, and it won't fit perfectly because this is too big. But bam, there's my height. It's within 3/16 of an inch. So the next one, and I'll go get more nails, but I don't have any right now with me. I'll put it on my 1-pounder. I'll raise it down. Yes, that is a word. That's a carpenter word. Raise it down. You can use it all you want. I'll put my bottle underneath there. Right there is within 3/8 of an inch. My rails are level, and it matters to me. Now to back up, we're just going to say you empty your unheated tank, and now I have it hooked up to my heated tank there. So the hose I think is 6 foot long. you have to remember, if you really start this up every morning or every evening, whatever it is, that you might have to fine tune your grams. And you ask why, and I'll tell you. Because we'll just say we keep our honey building at 70 degrees, but that honey in the bottling tank might be 90 degrees. So what's going to happen is all that honey that's in that hose, it's going to be at room temperature, ambient temperature. So your bottles most likely are going to be filled low because the honey's thicker in the hose and it's not going to pump as easy. But there's a simple solution for that. It might take, I don't know, 8 bottles, we're just going to say. So we're just going to say you're underfilled an ounce. You have your squeeze bottle over here, and you're basically just going to fill it up. Now, you can dial it up a gram or two if you want, but what's going to happen is you're going to have to dial it back down in about 6 or 7 bottles. I just opt to keep a fill jar here to top them off. I weigh it, put the lid on, and I'm done. Now, after about, like I said, probably 8 to 10 bottles, it's going to be right on the money again, because all the honey that's in the hose is in the tank, and it's going to fill just right. So, you know, I don't remember what I paid for this thing 5 or 6 years ago. I think it's pushing $2,500. I know there's cheaper ones out there. And I understand, you know, it's money, but I also say buy once and cry once. So right now we mainly own Lyson or the Dant products, and I'll just give you a short rundown. Well, actually, I'll show you real fast just so somebody doesn't think I'm blowing smoke. So these are 2 Lyson creamers we have. We have the Dant uncapping tank with the heated grills. We have the Lyson bottler. We have their warming cabinet. We have this that I just showed you. This is the Lyson turntable. 2 Dant bottling tanks there. The Dant 2036. The Lyson automatic. And this is a 75 heated tank. I think this is 87 unheated. Their clarifier, and then their pump. Now, you ask why I'm going to tell you this, and this is why. Well, we also have their Lyson, I think this is the 18 gallon. That's just what we use for our hot honey, so I keep it all by itself. So you might ask why I told you this, and this is why. All this equipment, and I've had to call Lyson or the Dant 0 times because something didn't work right or something was damaged. My point is, if you buy a high-end product, you probably don't need good customer service on issues like this. Now, we all want good customer service when we call and you want to buy, I don't know, frames. You don't want an automated system, I get it. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a quality product that you buy that you don't have to worry about it breaking, or you don't have to worry about it not working right out of the gate. Now, there's a lot of other high-end products out there. I'm not saying Dant or Lyson is the best in the world because I don't have a clue. All I can tell you is I have 0 issues with these products. I have also saw some products come with extra parts right out of the gate. Now, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. That's telling me right up front that those parts are going to wear out prematurely. I don't get it. So, all right, the end of my rant. I hope everybody has a great day. If you have any questions on the Lyson products, reach out to me. Better Be is a authorized dealer of Lyson. Most of my Lyson product I bought from a mom and pop company in Boonville, Indiana. They're drivable distance from me. Dogwood Ridge, the owners, they had some health issues, so they opted to sell the company to another mom and pop company. Great people. I met them at the North American Honeybee Expo. I don't remember their name right now. I have great luck with the Dant in Frankfort, Kentucky. Chris is their manager up there. Bends over backwards for me. That's all I have. I hope everybody has a great Sunday. Until the next one, God bless.